各位在收看直播的观众朋友，感谢您给台新闻这样的机会，让我们在美国的亚特兰大为您带来这样的直播内容。台北市长柯文哲持续的嗡嗡嗡，我们今天来到的第3站哦，继纽约还有华盛顿 DC 之后，现在是亚特兰大市。一下飞机我们就来到一个非常盛大的欢迎酒会。那这里呢，其实也是非常特别的一个地点哦。哇，现在联访要开始了，我们赶快来看一下现场的内容、最新状况。我们走过来就可以发现呢，这个空间是非常特别的哦。你看市长现在在合影的时候呢，背景也是非常有艺术气息的耶。好，在这样非常有艺术气息的空间进行联访，非常的特别。那其实我们介绍一下，这个空间是亚特兰大市一个非常特别的艺文展演的地方，叫做 Center for Puppetry Arts， 也就是偶戏中心的意思。那我们再来带您看一下现场我们这些有什么样的展演的内容。好，不知道你有没有看到，刚刚市长他说 "It's time to go home to sleep"， 因为他今天呢其实行程也是非常的满哦。我们今天一大早呢是从华盛顿 DC 出发，搭飞机，马上下飞机就来到这里了。那参加欢迎酒会，那这个欢迎酒会除了欢迎柯文哲市长之外，也是非常特别，因为对台北市来说，这里呢亚特兰大市跟台北市已经缔结了姐妹市，已经是40周年的历史了，所以历史相当的悠久。那包括了亚特兰大市的市议长叫做 Felicia Moore， 还有这个乔治亚州的州务卿也都有来到现场欢迎我们，因此呢非常的盛大。那么他们找到的赞助商呢也非常特别哦，有非常知名的这个饮料的公司，还有呢这当地非常知名的素食餐厅也都是他们的赞助商之一，还有送我们这些非常特别的小物哦，让我们带回家当做纪念哦。那这个空间呢是大家下次呢如果来到亚特兰大市的话，有机会也可以来到这个展演空间来走一遭。我觉得呢这个空间非常特别哦，你看有好多好像可以勾起大家小时候回忆的画面，就是puppet 一些木偶的表演。更多的细节呢，可能下一次就让你们自己来发现这些更多的小惊喜了。那其实这一次呢，我们来到亚特兰大市，明天也是马不停蹄、很忙的一个行程哦。明天除了早上要跟商界的专业人士会面，也包括了 UPS 的总裁之外呢，下午呢还要去跟亚特兰大市政府去参访亚特兰大市政府，而且还要去乔治亚州政府去做参访，因此也是行程满档的一天。感谢您收看我们这一次的直播。
Do we have our VIPs seated? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office of Atlanta, the Center for Puppetry Arts, the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, and the Atlanta Sister City Commission, welcome to this evening's reception in honor of Mayor柯文哲and the entire Taipei delegation, as well as in recognition of the 40-year anniversary of the Atlanta-Taipei sister relationship. My name is Kai Xu, and it is my distinct honor to serve as your Master of Ceremonies this evening. As a Taiwanese American, and more specifically, a Taipei-nese Atlantan, if there was such a thing, I was thrilled when Director General Liu asked me to serve tonight. After all, Taipei is my birthplace, and it is my favorite city in the world. Along with Atlanta, the beautiful city of which I am a proud native. Of course, nowadays, with the way we're growing in this city, anyone that's lived here for about a year is considered a native, right? But in all seriousness, what a special night this is. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to the host of this evening, Mr. Alan Yee. Thank you for your welcome remarks. Mr. Yee is the chairman of the board of directors of the Center for Puppetry Arts. And more importantly, this is the man that is responsible for us having this beautiful venue tonight. So please give him a warm welcome.
Welcome everyone to the Center for Puppetry Arts, and for those of you visiting from Taipei, welcome to the city of Atlanta. On behalf of the entire board of directors, our executive director, Vince Anthony. Vince, if you'll stand. Vince actually founded the center 43 years ago, and I have the pleasure of being the chairman. A lot of people think that this is my full-time job. It's not. It's Vince's full-time job. I actually have many other jobs. I'm a member of the State Ethics Commission, and my primary job, my boss would want me to say, is I'm a lawyer at the Coca-Cola Company. But I feel like I spent a lot of time here with Vince as well. But we are so pleased to have you here in Atlanta. We're so pleased to have you here at the center. I want to encourage everyone, when they get a chance to go into the museum, you will be amazed. It is a world-class collection, a real gem for the city of Atlanta. We're very proud of it. You'll see a lot of old friends in there, and I think you'll enjoy it. And we hope you will come back, bring your children and grandchildren. And I'm really excited to also announce that with the help of TICO and the Ministry of Culture in Taiwan, we are bringing a traditional Taiwanese puppet company to perform this summer. So we hope everyone will be back for that as well. And with that, again, welcome. I hope everyone enjoys the evening. Dr. Ko, welcome to the city. We're very happy to celebrate the sister city relationship. And thank you to all of you, our friends from not just Atlanta or Georgia, but from all around the world, for being here with us. All right, have a great evening.
At this time, I'd like to ask our co-host for this evening, Mr. Vincent Liu, Director General of the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office, to come up on stage and give us the introduction remarks.
Good evening. Before I take the honor to introduce Mayor of Taipei City, Dr.柯文哲, I want to use this moment to thank many sponsors who generously supported this event, this reception. In particular, we want to thank Chairman Alan Yee of the Committee of the Board of Directors of the Center for Puppetry Arts and the Coca-Cola Company for the use of this venue and its donation of beverages. We thank Chief Executive Officer Dan Cathy and his representatives, Ms. Grace Lee and Ms. Angeline Liu. Can you raise your hand if you hear? Good. We thank you for the food donation and your kind reminder, eat more chicken plush cows. Also in this room, we have Vice President Eric Wu from, where are you, Eric? Eric Wu from the Everest Textile Company, and whose polo shirts of their fabric speaks best for the quality of made in Taiwan. Also, we want to thank Consul General Swati Kulkarni of India, and Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger of Georgia, President Felicia Moore of the Atlanta City Council, Director Vanessa Ibarra of the International Affairs of Atlanta Mayor's Office, Chairman Shelby Grubbs of the Atlanta Sister Cities Committee, and all distinguished guests for their presence. In addition to Mayor柯from Taipei, equally important, we would like to invite all of you to extend our warmest welcome to a guest of honor from Atlanta, Mrs. Valerie Jackson. "40 years ago, thanks to late Mayor Maynard Jackson's visionary leadership and support for the signing of the Sister City Agreement, Taipei and Atlanta became sister cities in November 1979. Since then, our bilateral ties in economy, culture, and education have grown in a robust and mutually beneficial way. When the Sister City Relationship Agreement was signed, Valerie, you were the First Lady of Atlanta. Tonight, we are truly honored to have you here to witness the promising growth of our relations and to accept our thanks and salute to you. People of our two cities have thus far tremendously benefited from the legacy that Mayor Jackson left. We are still trying our best to fit into his far-reaching vision. Now, I know you're all waiting to hear what Mayor柯文哲is going to say in his remarks, so I will keep my introduction about him very, very brief. Mayor柯was first elected in 2014 and was re-elected in November 2018. Before devoting himself to public service, Mayor柯had practiced medicine and as a surgeon and had been teaching in medical schools for nearly 30 years. Among his many medical and professional achievements, in Taiwan, he's well known as the leading advocate for introducing the treatment of ECMO to patients. ECMO stands for, I'll try my best. ECMO stands for extracorporeal membrane oxygenation. Don't ask me what that is. I will be mayor myself if I know the answer. Mayor柯earned both his bachelor and doctorate degree of medicine at the National Taiwan University. On the occasion of the dual 40th anniversary of Taipei-Atlanta Sister Cityhood and the Taiwan Relations Act, Mayor柯is leading a 50-member delegation, including 5 prominent members of Taipei City Council, many of his chief cabinet members, and 20 journalists of Taiwan's major media to visit 4 cities of the United States, namely New York, Washington, D.C., and now Atlanta, and then Boston. We are honored to have the Taipei delegation to come here in the capital of the South to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Sister City relations with us. Without further ado, I now give you, ladies and gentlemen, Mayor of Taipei City, Dr. 柯文哲。
我们现在请柯市长上台给大家致辞。
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Taipei City, I would like to thank the Atlanta City Government and the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office for receiving us and hosting this special event. I would also like to thank the Center for Puppetry Arts and the Atlanta Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce for your warm reception tonight. Okay. This is a special year. On November 5th, 1979, the city of Atlanta and the Taipei City became sister cities, and we have since maintained a close relationship. For the past 40 years, we have overcome the constraints of time and space, engaging in exchange and collaboration in the areas of urban governance, commerce, education, and culture. I am very proud to be able to participate in this visit, where we celebrate the 40th anniversary of our sister city relationship. Let us work together and endeavor toward another 40 years of friendship. Prior to this visit, I have met with the former president of Taiwan, Mr. Li Denghui, who was the mayor of Taipei when the sister city agreement was signed. After 40 years, Mr. Li is still in good health. And tonight we have a special guest who sits there, okay, and witnessed the signing of the sister city agreement 40 years ago. To my understanding, 56 years ago, Dr. Martin Luther King started a civil rights movement in this city, where he used a rational and non-violent approach to pursue racial equality. His commitment in resolving the problem of social inequality showed the American society's transition toward ethnic harmony and the emphasis on human rights. Today, we see an American society with the cultural diversity and the social cohesion. I hope that I can also endeavor toward building a just and equal society under the idea of do the right thing, do things right. Taiwanese people are very fortunate to be able to enjoy the universal value of democracy, freedom, diversity, openness, human rights, rule of law, and the sustainability. In the future, I will continue to uphold and promote these values, create policies that meet people's everyday needs, stand with the Taipei residents to face and resolve all problems. Accompanying me during this visit are 5 members of the Taipei City Council and the representatives from 5 departments of the Taipei City government. They are all here today. I encourage everyone to use this opportunity to exchange business cards and experience with each other. Let us build upon the friendship of the 2 cities. I would like to make an announcement this year. In addition to the series of events hosted by the Taipei Economic and Cultural Office and the Atlanta City Government to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the sister city relationship, the Taipei Symphony Orchestra will visit Atlanta on November 17th to perform at the Georgia State University. I invite everyone as well as your friends and family to attend the event and enjoy the top-notch performance from Taipei. And let the residents in Atlanta and Georgia know more about our city. Finally, please join me to give a toast to the long-lasting friendship between Taipei and Atlanta. I wish you all have a good evening. Okay. Toast, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Ko, for your warm message to everyone. I was originally told that I needed to translate at certain times for Mayor Ko, but I just realized that he's doing just fine by himself. At this time, we'd like to ask some of tonight's sponsors from the Taiwanese community here in Atlanta to come on stage to be recognized and also help present a special gift to Mayor Ko. As I call your name, please come on stage. Dr. Ray Wang, OCAC Commissioner. Mr. Mark Chen, OCAC Commissioner. Mr. John Liu, OCAC Senior Advisor. Ms. Marissa Lee, OCAC Senior Advisor. Mr. Bun-Chen Lee, OCAC Senior Advisor. And Ms. Winna Trin, owner of Happy Valley Restaurant. Thanks to the support and hard work of these individuals and many others in the community is really what made tonight and this week possible. So please join me in giving them a warm round of applause.
like to take this opportunity to present a special gift to the Taipei Mayor. This represents to our local Taiwanese community and many former residents of Taipei City. We'd like to welcome our mayor come to visit Atlanta. This special gift is a quilt. If you know Chinese, I think you can recognize they put two characters. One indicate Taipei, another one indicate Atlanta. 它上面是有一个亚特兰大的亚和一个台北的台。So we want you to use it as a symbol, the long-term partnership between Atlanta and Taipei, and we should have more collaboration in the future. Thank you. Yeah. Maybe we go down. Coming down, I think, is easier.
你们不要后退哦，我先在你们后面了。啊，在下面拍照哎。在下面。他有要下了吗？还是要？
Next up, please welcome Georgia's Secretary of State, Mr. Brad Raffensperger, to the stage to give us some inspirational words.
Well, good evening. It's great to be here tonight to really recognize the 40-year partnership between the City of Atlanta and the City of Taipei. And I don't want to steal any of the city representatives' thunder, so I will just talk about the state of Georgia. We are so grateful and so thankful for the Taiwanese community, particularly in my hometown of Johns Creek. They were very helpful and instrumental in my first election when I ran for the State House. And I see here today, this evening, so many state senators and our Congressman Handel here, recognizing the contributions that we've had from our, Chinese American, Taiwanese, community. And so I just want to give you an acknowledgement of that. As I really started building a relationship, really from my friends Louis Sang and Jay Lin, as I was running for office, I really started, learning more about the Taiwanese culture. And in many respects, you're just like the Americans that came over here 100 years ago, 200 years ago. You come here looking for better opportunities for yourself and for your families. You're driven by a strong belief in yourself and a strong belief in your faith and a love for your family. And tonight, I just want to give you a shout out, and I want to let you know that we appreciate everything you've done, as you've come here and, strengthened the state of Georgia. And it's great to see that Mayor Jackson's wife is here tonight. I know that you coming from Taiwan and coming from Taipei, that you love your city. And Atlanta is a very special city. Somewhere along the line, I think it was when Delta decided that they were going to move from Birmingham to Atlanta, we turned and made a major decision. But since then, we've had such great leadership in our mayors in the city of Atlanta. And when Mayor Jackson reached out to the city of Taipei, he wasn't just reaching out to you, he was really reaching out to the world. And that really put Atlanta where it is that in 1996 we could end up with the Olympics, which then took us from wherever we were to adding another 1 million people in probably 10 short years. It's just been tremendous. And so it's been a tremendous relationship for, Atlanta, the metro region, and for the state of Georgia. And I think that just says so much about the leadership that we've had, starting with Mayor Jackson. I wanted to give you a shout out for his legacy and what he's done for the city. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak before you tonight. And Mayor, I guess you're heading out here shortly tomorrow. Next time when you come back, hopefully it'll be longer so you can spend time in our fair city and spend more time in Georgia. But thank you so much, and thank you all. Thank you.
At this time, please welcome Atlanta City Council President Felicia Moore to the stage for a proclamation presentation and remarks commemorating this special day.
Well, you have it. I wonder where the proclamation was, but first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this program. My name is Felicia Moore, and on behalf of our Mayor, Keisha Lance Bottoms, and the 15 members of Atlanta City Council, we celebrate with you in 40 years. 40 years is a long time, and it's a long partnership and sisterhood and sistership that we have had with the city of Taipei. And I will say that many of your representatives, immediately once I got elected, have reached out to me. I see them all over the city at every event. We are truly in partnership with each other. I do see a council member here, Mr. Amir Faroki. He is here. And are there any other members here that I may be missing? If not, we are here certainly saying thank you for the sisterhood, the sistership of the sister cities. We certainly thank Maynard Jackson for his vision that he gave us 40 years ago that we would develop this partnership, and I believe that he would be extremely proud to know that 40 years later the partnership has grown and is even stronger. And with that, I have a proclamation. Amir, would you come up with me? And then all of our proclamations are long, so I will read some of the pertinent parts. And it's in recognition of the Atlanta Taipei Sister Cityhood Day. Whereas the Atlanta City Council is proud to bolster the sister cityhood relationship we share with the municipality of Taipei and the Republic of China, Taiwan, and whereas respecting freedom, human rights, and the rule of law, the Republic of China, Taiwan, shares the core values of democracy with the United States of America and our own city of Atlanta. And whereas the Republic of China, Taiwan, is the United States' 10th largest trading partner and Georgia's 6th largest export destination in Asia, totaling more than 520 million in 2016. And whereas 2019 marks the dual 40th anniversaries of the pacts between the United States and Taiwan and the cities of Atlanta and Taipei, and the Taiwan Relations Act enacted by the U.S. Congress on April 10, 1979, and our sister city relationship entered into on November 5, 1979. And as a result of the act and the embodiment of our common commitment to peace and prosperity, the cities of Atlanta and Taipei have enjoyed friendly and fruitful relations for many years, maintaining favorable trade relations, strong cultural ties, and extensive educational exchange. And I'll say now therefore be it resolved that we, the members of the Atlanta City Council, on behalf of the citizens of Atlanta, do hereby honor Taipei Mayor Ho Wen-ju and proclaim the 21st day of March, which is tomorrow, but today, to be in Atlanta, Taipei Sister Cityhood Day in the city of Atlanta. I urge all citizens to embrace the amicable relations between Atlanta and Taipei and welcome the mayor to the city with open arms and glad.
Now, with all of the gifts and goodwill that has been given to Mayor Kuo here tonight, he wanted me to let everyone know that he did not come here empty-handed. In fact, he has brought some gifts, souvenir gifts, as well as mementos for this occasion. So at this time, we like to ask some of our VIPs to come up, and I'm going to go in the order of the list here. This time, can we ask John Liu, OCAC Senior Advisor, and Peter Ye, Chairman of the Taipei Atlanta Sister City Committee, to come on stage? And can I ask Mayor Ko to come up and present the gifts? Okay.
So I'm the honored to accept this award, and thank you, Mayor. But I want to recognize my colleagues who worked for November 17th Taipei Orchestra for performance. So we have big sponsor, the Xiaomen Ward. There's a director of playing the relationships, Georgia Power. And Dr. Wayne, come on. Future, you have to work. Yeah. Mark, Chin. Xuan Ge. Okay, that's it. You got to each.
Picture?
My name is Peter Ye. I'm the chair of Atlanta Taipei Sister City Committee. I'm very glad we have several directors of board of our committee. Jackie, will you please come up here? And Alan, will you please come up here? And Yan He Li, please.
Gotcha.
Mr. Raffensperger, Mayor Ke also brought a nice goodie bag for you as well. Next, I'd like to ask Ms. Felicia Moore on stage for a 40th year anniversary memento. This is the original Sister City agreement that was signed 40 years ago. So they really dug into the archives. Actually, if you can hold on for 1 second, Felicia, you actually get double goodies tonight. May I ask Taipei City Councilor Wayne Hao on stage?
Hi, 你好，我是台北美国学校的体育老师， I lived in Taipei for a year after college teaching at the Taipei American School. And so, yes. In fact, the last time I met a mayor of Taipei, I was in a mud football tournament, and there's a picture of me in the paper tackling Mayor Ma before he became President Ma. So welcome. We're very honored to have you here. Taipei holds a special place in my heart, and I'm so proud that we're sister cities. So, thank you. Hi-yo.
May I now ask Ms. Valerie Jackson, who was the First Lady 4 years ago at the signing, on stage, please.
Thank you. Before or after? Come stand with me. Good afternoon, or rather good evening to everyone tonight. Thank you so much, Mayor Khu, for being here with us tonight, and to each and every one of my old as well as new sister city friends that I've met tonight. I want to say how special it is that I was able to be here tonight for me, how special it is for me that I was able to be here tonight. And I especially want to extend a warm welcome to all of our visitors from Taiwan. Welcome to Atlanta. I hope you have a wonderful time. My memories of Taiwan have been totally refreshed this evening. I'm reminded of the fascinating visit I had with my late husband to Taipei and Taiwan, and how fascinating it was. I think what I remember most, though, is the energy, the strong energy, both physical and spiritual, in the city. Maybe next was the food, especially those dumplings. I'm not sure if that's the right name, but I love those dumplings. Or maybe it was the Chinese exhibits. It was all good, what can I say? And ironically, just day before yesterday, I was going through an old drawer and I found a very small box of matches that were from Hotel Kingdom. Do they still have Hotel Kingdom in Taiwan? It's a very old hotel, and I had a little pack of matches from Hotel Kingdom from Taiwan. At any rate, talk about synchronicity, all right? I mean, in 40 years, I haven't seen that box of matches, but I found it yesterday. Amazing. Isn't that something? During the past couple of decades, I can only imagine Taipei's growth and how fascinating it must be now, especially given the history of Mayor Lee, who was the mayor when we made this agreement, who went on to become the first democratically elected president. I like to think that Maynard's democracy rubbed off on him, during the Sister City program. I remember also in 1993 when my late husband announced the creation of an Atlanta Trade Representative Office in Taipei, increasing even more the opportunities for trade and cooperation between the two cities. The trade encouraged cultural exchanges as well. And a few years ago, Taiwan's youth international ambassadors visited Atlanta during their worldwide tour, and they actually performed their dance at Emory University, as well as participating in cultural discussions and seminars. Something I'd like to see more of: young people, all of our young people, being involved in sister city relationships. Our young people will lead us tomorrow, They're going to be the ones who determine whether we get Social Security, and if we do, how much Social Security we get. So it's important that we bring our young people along, that we expose them to different cultures and people. It's important that we reach out to international relations, especially in these times of turmoil and too much frustration in the world. I think travel is important between our communities, between our cities, between our nations, because as Mark Twain once said, he was a great writer and a great traveler. Mark Twain said, travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. Travel will kill bigotry that's full of narrow-mindedness. So, because if we travel and we meet people, we get to know people, and when you know people, you're more willing to work with people, to live with people. So I think it's very important that we reach out to the international community, and I encourage the few of you who have not been to Taipei or to Taiwan to go and experience its beauty and culture. I've been encouraged tonight to make a return trip in the near future for myself, just to see what's going on there now. And by the way, Maynard's birthday is day after tomorrow, March 23rd, and I know he thinks this is a birthday party for him. This has been a wonderful evening. Thank you all for being a part of this celebration and recognition, and I truly appreciate it and each of you. Thank you so much. Oh, yes, we both better hold this. So much.
I know we just had the Super Bowl here a couple months ago. It sounds like tonight we're passing out the Teco Super Bowl. At this time, can we ask Mr. Alan Yee to join us on stage?
Thank you, Mayor. I want to accept this on behalf of the entire Board of Directors and the wonderful staff that made this event happen today. So thank you to Vince, staff, and my entire board. This is for all of us. And thank you to our friends for coming.
And finally, last but not least, can we have our representatives, Ms. Grace Lee and Ms. Angela Liu from Chick-fil-A, join us on stage? And for our friends from Taipei who have not had a chance to experience Chick-fil-A, make sure you grab one of those little bags before you leave, and hopefully we'll see one in Taipei soon. Thank you, Mayor Ko. You can rest now.
Now, what makes tonight even more special is the fact that we are joined by so many friends who value this precious relationship between these two cities. In particular, we like to recognize just a few friends that are here in attendance tonight. So as I call out your name, please wave and let everybody know who you are. So let's start with our list of VIPs and dignitaries from here in Atlanta. And like I said, if you could just wave to everybody if we want to call out your name. We have a rather lengthy list here, so if everybody can hold your applause until after we're done. Ms. Karen Handel, former U.S. Congresswoman. I see it's all the Taiwanese that are not good at following directions. Brandon Beach, Georgia State Senator. Renee Utterman, Georgia State Senator. Vernon Jones, Georgia House of Representatives. Rob Pitts, Chairman, Fulton County Board of Commissioners. Michael Julian Bond, Council Member, Atlanta City Council. Amir Faroqi, Council Member, Atlanta City Council. Marcy Collier Overstreet, Council Member, Atlanta City Council. Abby Toronto, Deputy Commissioner of International Relations. Vanessa Ibarra, Director of the Mayor's Office of International Affairs. John Woodward, Senior Director of Foreign Investment for Metro Atlanta Chamber. Thank you for your support tonight. Nathan Reagan, Senior Vice President of Invest Atlanta. John Lee, Chair of the Atlanta Daegu Sister City Committee. Sharon Von Klitzing, Chair of the Atlanta Toulouse Sister City Committee. Matt Ohm, Chair of Atlanta Nuremberg Sister City Committee. Victor Ramirez, Chair of Atlanta Salcedo Sister Cities Committee. Nick Moderes, Chair of Atlanta Bucharest Sister City Committee. Keiko Scott, Chair of the Atlanta Fukuoka Sister City Committee. Augustine Escobu, Chair of the Atlanta Lagos Sister City Committee. Umesh Mishra, Chair of the Georgia Indo-American Chamber of Commerce. Charmaine Ward Milner, Director of Corporate Relations for Georgia Power. Kent Davies, CEO and President of Johns Creek Chamber of Commerce. Please let's give them all a warm round of applause. Now I'd like to present the VIPs that are on this delegation from all the way from Taiwan that are joining us here tonight. And again, for my fellow Taiwanese friends, can we hold our applause until afterwards? I know everybody is hungry, and we got plenty of food there still, just waiting for you. So for the sake of our English-speaking friends, I'm going to say it in their name in English, or in the English pronunciation. Xian Xian Huang, Taipei City Councilor. Yi Chen Chin, Taipei City Councilor. Hao Wang, Taipei City Councilor. Xingyi Wei, Taipei City Councilor. Han Ting Hu, Taipei City Councilor. Yi Ting Liu, spokesperson for the Taipei City Government. Qing Hui Yang, Executive Director of International Affairs Advisory Council. Cheng Chen-ling, Commissioner of the Department of Economic Development for Taipei City Government. Shin Cheng-lu, Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Environmental Protection for the Taipei City Government. And for those of you who are not familiar, Taiwan is probably one of the greenest countries you will ever go to. Ting An Fang, Director of Taipei Urban Regeneration Office. Cheng Chuen Chan, Vice Chairperson for the Council for Sustainable Development for the Taipei City Government. He is also Dean of the College of Public Health at National Taiwan University. Please join me in a nice round of applause for them. Okay, the final list. Obviously, an event like this is not possible without the support of the local Taiwanese community. So at this time, I'd like to recognize some of the leaders in the Taiwanese community here in Atlanta. Yi Xing Tan, OCAC Commissioner. Raymond Ho, OCAC Senior Advisor. It's okay, we might as well just clap for everybody now. Dr. S.C. Chang, OCAC Advisor. Jimmy Ho, OCAC Advisor. Fu Tai Lu, OCAC Advisor. Jimmy Chow, OCAC Advisor. Jackie Chan, OCAC Advisor. Ting Chu, OCAC Coordinator. Edith Bell, OCAC Coordinator. Nancy Tai, OCAC Coordinator. Kai Shu, OCAC Coordinator. Come on, I need a big round of applause here. Wellington Su, OCAC Coordinator, and Alex Day, OCAC Coordinator. Thank you, everyone. So this concludes our evening, or at least this part of our evening. We welcome everyone to stay afterwards and enjoy the festivities, as well as this wonderful exhibit that we have over here to my left. If you haven't had a chance to visit the Center for Puppetry Art, please make sure you check it out. It's really worth your while. Thank you.